Hello and welcome, my Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and crosswatchers. Welcome to our Timeless Spell Kit reading. I am your reader, Markangelo Lyons, Mal for short, my initials. Leo Rising, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one in progress. First one is called Spell Ingredients, second one is called Words of Grace. There is a Kindle version of Words of Grace, so I put a link in the description box so you can click it and preview it for free. Writing that book saved my life during one of the darkest nights of the soul that I've ever been through. The original version of Words of Grace, which we had to considerably edit down, like quite a bit, to make it all fit on Kindle. Well, that's available in my digital shop on patreon.com/drawingthecircle, as well as the only place to find my first book, Spell Ingredients, until my new website is up. It's being designed as we speak. It's a lovely thing. Our digital shop over on Patreon, we've got audiobooks, not yet. We've got the ebooks, audios and videos. The audios and videos have free previews, about 2 minutes. If you'd like to check them out, anybody can shop and check out what's going on in the shop. But a lot of my subscribers get those ebooks, audios, and videos automatically as part of their subscription package. In fact, our top tier God Goddess get everything in the digital shop, but my subscribers get 3 benefits in common regardless of level of subscription. They get a daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning. We chat with each other about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a little spiritual practice to send us on our way, and it's the best way for me to start the day considering what I do for a living. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All of my extended readings are timeless and relationship oriented, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you would like more info, but it is the coolest thing that I have ever done so far in my career as a professional witch. You can follow for free, you can 7-day free trial, you can shop in the store, so much going on. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lyons, but you can just call me Mal. Hey, my Leonines, all those Lyran starseeds out there, just keep on going, we're almost there. So let's do some explanation for the new Leos and the crosswatchers, and then we'll jump into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead, but I will say all of my timeless readings this year have shifted drastically, if not in form, then certainly in intention, because of what we're going through on planet Earth with all these eclipses and political craziness going on and all of that. The illusion of separation has never seemed quite so terrifying, so let's get into it. This is a 5-card draw, 1 card from 5 different decks, fire, earth, air, water, and spirit in that order, to help you manifest your heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, and by fire in the spirit of unity. Call it spell work, manifestational work, law of attraction, whoozy, what's this, whatever you like. So let me tell you about the 5 decks. We are going to start with the element of fire using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Little spell fragments in here to help you clarify and refine your heart element of fire, what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart desires. Consecrated to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the element of earth. The Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the stone indicated, it's a wonderful opportunity to incorporate it into your manifestational process, but if you don't, that's okay. Clear quartz does everything, and I use the same 4 pieces of jewelry for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, consecrated to Archangel Ariel, my personal archangelic lineage, one of the archangels of earth, nature, and all that jazz. And for the element of air, we're using the Archangel Fire Oracle, which seems a little indicatory, if you will. Everyone has access to the archangels, but which one you want to call, right? Well, this is going to help us do that. For the element of air, to stoke the fire, to help you manifest your heart's desire for our element of water. We're using this is obviously consecrated to the archangels. For our element of water, we will be using the Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield, one of my favorite oracles for the emotional part of it, the element of water, the emotion, the energy and motion that we experience as emotion when in physical bodies, because you need glands for that, apparently, according to Terry Pratchett. And we will end with a Macon healing mantra for the card of spirit. So yes, I apply these readings to my own manifestational process when it clicks, right? It is a general reading, even for me. And so what I do is I take the jewelry, the element of earth, I do the spell on it from the spell cards, I call in the archangels, I pay attention to the Whisper of Love, and then I do the mantra. So all I have to do is touch the ring and do the mantra. And in this case, it's this ring right here for my Leo rising. So that's the explanation. Let's get into the divination. The shift from one to the other happens in the still point. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. And I promise I will do anything I can to help anyone manifest their heart's desire, because our heart's desires are assigned to us. That's why they're written in our hearts. Lifetime after lifetime we've been working on this stuff. And I don't know about you, but I would like to complete my contract and incarnate elsewhere after this lifetime. And I hear Uranus is lovely this time of year, although a little bit chilly, you know. So enough of that. Let's do this and get into the still point. Shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ancestral override. A place for everything. And everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, what is the magical spell card? The spell fragment to help us, Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our crosswatchers to manifest our heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, or perhaps that which is required to manifest our heart's desire for this timeless spell kit reading. Oh, we had two of them there. I would have taken it, but it wasn't. So yeah, leave the card in my hand, beloved ancestors. What is our card for fire? Harvest. I love this one. Harvest. As the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. So definitely we've planted the seeds, right? Our intentions, our heart's desires, of course, you know, we're putting them out into the world even when we're unaware of it. So, you know, I'm a gardener. So at this time it's spring here in Saratoga Springs. Just double whammied myself on that one. So, you know, it takes a while. Have a crocodile, right? You plant a seed, you nurture it, you help it grow, you weed, you do all that stuff. So it feels like we're well on our way to manifesting a heart's desire here, like in that. So harvest can be a heart's desire, but it can also be what is required. So let's look at our element of earth with the crystal oracle. Let's ask Archangel Ariel what she thinks about it. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Ariel override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Archangel Ariel, one card in clarity for us Leo collectives and our crosswatchers, the element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire and ground and manifest our heart's desire, which either is or does require harvest for this timeless read. Ooh, amethyst, good. That ain't gonna break the bank. I got plenty of it around the house. I'm sure I got a chunk right behind me somewhere. So I'm gonna read this from the bookie book because I can't remember every single word. Sorry, ooh, I opened right to it. So get this. spirituality, positive transformation, and meditation. So positive transformation we often don't see until later. We go through something, you can't go back from a transformation. It's like burning a cookie, right? You can't unburn the cookie, right? So you are being urged to embrace your shadow side. Okay, so there is some shadow work involved here, the stuff that we don't want to look at. We stuff it down, and then it goes into the Earth's electromagnetic field and manifests in the world. Not great. Take an inventory of all of those aspects of yourself that you are afraid to show the world because you perceive them to be bad or inadequate. And everybody's got that stuff. That's passed down genetically, right? Just belief systems, societal conditioning, we're not good enough. Even Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, one of the really most important books I read early on in my spiritual development, she said that at core, everybody has the fear that they are not good enough. It's just written in before we ever take a breath in these lives. Meditate on these qualities, acknowledge them, and see how they serve both you and others. Then love them and bring them into your heart, which is why I do the shadow reads, the timeless shadow reads. They're all based in shadow work, and that's the series after this one. But there are a lot of timeless ones on there if you want to check it out in the playlists. When you realize that every aspect of you serves a purpose, not a reason, that's a human thing, purpose, the gods chuck in purpose, not reason, there will be no need to deny half of who you are. Just be yourself and understand that there is nothing in your life to fix. There are simply aspects of yourself yearning to be embraced and loved, and that's why I talk a lot about spiritual alchemy, right? Shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace. Love is all there is. So the Course in Miracles says the opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can truly have no opposite, hence the illusion of separation. This is a time of profound change, a time of positive transformation, which will have a lasting impact on every area in your life, and that's the quantum part of it. Right? You do a little shadow work, you do a little acceptance, a little forgiveness, a little loving yourself a little bit more, and it shifts it for everybody. On every area of life, and to some degree on those around you, right? So it's shifting our energy field. Everybody can get a hold of a piece of amethyst for that, and I have plenty around the house for sure. A lot of them are in my garden, though, particularly for the grapevines, because it's purple. So let's ask the archangels who's waiting in the wings with their wings ready to zoom in and help, because archangels only come when asked, because they're polite like that. They were raised right. Please take a nice deep breath. So was I, apparently. Raised right, I mean. Still point. Archangelic override. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it. So let it be done. Beloved archangels, one card in clarity for the element of air to stoke the fire and help us manifest our heart's desire. Which one of you is waiting in the wings with your wings ready to zoom in and help us with the element of air for this timeless spell kit reading? Ooh, Sachiel. Ooh, definitely getting that Romani vibe there. I don't call them gypsies anymore. They're the Romani. Card number 21, Sachiel, S-A-C-H-I-E-L. You might want to Google that for some deeper information, but I'm just going to read the first part of this and the message. So, wealth and charity. I'm in. The perfect angel to call on in times of scarcity. Sachiel is the angel of charity and wealth. Her name means covering of God, right? So you got it covered, right? It is for this reason that many call on her to cover them when they owe money. Makes sense. The message, true wealth lies within. It is a time to place more value on yourself so you can be generous without feeling drained. And that goes right back not just to the harvest, but to that positive transformation and shadow work, right? So all of these things that we have repressed, and Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now, he talks about the pain body, right? There's the masculine pain body, the feminine pain body, the personal pain body, but then there is the collective pain body, right? So you don't have to beat yourself up and judge yourself for that, right? And then you judge yourself for judging yourself as a total double whammy from the ego. So this is about your interior wealth. And Leos, we got a lot of creativity and good fortune. That is fifth house dynamic, Leo, creativity and good fortune. So into that, wealth and charity, right? So that we can be generous. We are ruled by the sun, right? The planet, technically, it's a star, not a planet, right? So think of how the sun just puts out all of this generosity all the time, right? All different sorts of frequencies of light and vibration that our scientists can't even track all of them, right? So there is a lot of wealth and our ability to give creatively here. And of course, receiving our harvest certainly speaks of wealth in many different ways. Financial would be nice, but in all different, like a wealth of time, a wealth of patience, a wealth of health, blah, 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 blah. So, element of water, considering there's probably an emotional aspect to this shadow work stuff, because there seems to always be that. Please take a nice deep breath. Positive transformation. Still point. Higher selves override. Still point. Higher selves override. A place for everything and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, what is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, and insight needed by us Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and our crosswatchers for the element of water, the energy in motion that we experience as emotion to help us manifest our heart's desire, which either is or does require harvest with amethyst and Sachiel's wealth and charity for this timeless read. New love. Piscadios. New love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities, which could be here for sure, or spiritual growth. So a new way of loving yourself, bringing new love into your vibrational energy chakra system, whatever you want to call it, right? Simply by putting your hands on your heart and going, I love you. It's okay, I love you. It's very inner child work that way. Talking to your own heart, your emotional field, in a new beginning. Now, this would be really good for a new moon and a waxing phase to do this kind of thing, because love is the truth of who we are. It's the core of who we are. Everything else layered on top of that is the illusion of separation, but it appears real while we're down here, so let's just roll with that. So accepting yourself, loving yourself, certainly with a piece of amethyst, is going to make that a bit smoother of a vibe, and calling on Sachiel does make sense for that harvest of wisdom as well as that charity and that wealth. I'm loving this read for us. Now, granted, amethyst might be a little bit of a womp 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 womp, little Debbie Downer there, but it is positive transformation, albeit through shadow work in some way, shape, or form. All right, last card down. Matt Kahn Healing Mantra to put it all together. Consecrated this deck to the Ascended Masters. So let's see what they got to say. Please take a nice deep breath. Ascended Masters override. A place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, one card in clarity, please. The card of Spirit, the perfect and precise healing mantra to help us Leo collectors, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our crosswatchers to manifest our heart's desire, which either is or does require harvest with that amethyst, Sachiel, and a new love for this timeless spell kit reading Untangling Neglect. You're going to love this. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. Now, interestingly enough, I just mentioned Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life. It came out in the 80s. I'm 55. I know I don't look it. It's my mom's DNA and a lot of retinol, as well as a little magic. A little witchcraft goes a long way. So taking the time to do that, she has this thing. She says 100, 1,000 times a day, say to yourself, verbally, silently, I approve of myself. So what I did is I took those words, I approve of myself, and put it to when the saints go marching in, I approve of myself. I know it's goofy, but it works, right? Because if you want, Leos, we all want approval. We all just do, but we can give that to ourselves. So this is about neglect. So neglect is one of the 4 ego wounds. There's abuse, neglect, codependence, and loss. So of course we've experienced neglect. We've neglected ourselves. We've neglected other people. Other people have neglected us, the to-do lists and all that stuff. So this is a wonderful opportunity here, and I am going to read this from said bookie book here because it's worth it. This is such a powerful thing, but it's not a once and done, right? You don't want to neglect this one. So here's what Mr. Khan has to say. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire and heart's desire. That's going to raise your vibration. It's going to open your energy fields up to receive this whole vibe here. And of course, starting in a way with new love. That sounds great. This is loving yourself. When neglect is untangled, you're no longer turning to outside sources for constant reassurance and validation, which Leos are prone to. Hey, I'm Leo rising. I am well aware. Instead, you are going within the depths of your own heart to notice the parts of yourself that require the presence of your attention, right? Very much putting your hand on your heart and saying, I love you and I approve of you. And all the words you wanted to hear but maybe did not. You say those to yourself. In nurturing yourself in this way, you step forward as the first responder to each wound, concern, and desire, which makes sense with the shadow work with the amethyst there. From this space, there becomes less of a likelihood of attracting relationships where further neglect occurs, simply because you have accepted your role as the one who nurtures the innocence within you. And that's the tricky part. We are all innocent. We are all immortal, eternal souls that have been incarnating on Gaia for a very, very long time. Watch some near-death experience stories on YouTube. It'll blow your mind. They all essentially say the same thing, that once we crossed, they're like, you didn't do it wrong. There's no other way you could play the game. Of course you neglected, right? Of course you abused and were abused. It's just written in so that we learn that this world is really like a really hard video game, right? And not all souls incarnate here, right? But we did. How do I know? Because we're here. This mantra is ideal for building self-confidence. Like Leos need help with that. Surviving codependency. Ooh, there's a big one. And healing neediness. But I need more followers. I need more money. I need. But this is obviously an inside-out kind of vibe. So though, yeah, we have a spiritual transformation here, perhaps involving shadow work, embracing the shadow, the spiritual alchemy, and all of that. This is really a lovely reading, considering harvest and new love and untangling that Gordian knot of neglect. So, though I have no idea what's going to happen when I hit the record button for these readings on YouTube at all, I have no idea. I certainly have no idea when I do this next part, and if you're new, it is called a blessimation. It's a combination of the word blessing and summation, a word we came up with over on Patreon, and it's just super glued to my third eye. So, let's see what happens, shall we? Always an adventure here on Drawing the Circle. Please take a nice deep breath. Last time, at least for this reading, I'm sure you'll take more deep breaths in life, hopefully. Here we go. Still point. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of us, Leo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and our sassy crosswatchers watching this video, drawn to this reading. May we be blessed with all that we need to manifest our heart's desire by water, by earth, by air, by fire, in the spirit of untangling neglect. as we take the time to give ourselves all the approval we desire and activating that new love, just saying I love you to our own heart chakras, embracing this new opportunity of love that is here and may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual, as well as healthier relationships, one would think, and calling upon the wealth and charity of Archangel Sachiel to cover us in every way possible and necessary as we do the shadow work, the positive transformation, spirituality and meditation, understanding that our spirit is innocent and pure, and we're really lovely underneath it all, no doubt, so that we can manifest our heart's desire, which either is or does require a harvest. So, as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let our work now bring us to harvest. We are ready to receive our all for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, including ourselves. As we will it, so let it be done. So mote it be, and so it is. That was a good one. Oh, I'm so glad. Relief. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up, please. It helps the other Leos do this, and we all gotta stick together, Leonine pride, Illyrian, Lyran star. Which is it, Lyrian or Lyran? Comment below if you know, because I've been saying it both ways and I don't think they care. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, do subscribe. You can tell I'm having fun with this, right? I'm 55 years old. There are other things I could be doing, but this gets my work and my creativity out into the world. But if you want the deeper dive, come Patreon on Patreon. Just the digital shop alone is so cool. My entire back catalog of audios and videos and the 2 ebooks are on there, but new ones are coming this year and next. And certainly you can 7-day free trial. You can follow for free, but my subscribers do get the daily check-ins, which I love. All the extended readings, of which there are tons of them, and certainly a discount when they book me for a private session. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I have to say, creatively, it is the best thing that I have ever done, and I've done a lot in my career. That's what the next book is about, my career as a professional witch. So, it's a wonderful opportunity, and I highly recommend being a creator on Patreon. No algorithms. It's just the coolest thing ever. And if you want to book me for a private session, I did make a video last year when I was living in Holbrook, Long Island. Now I'm in Saratoga. I didn't know I would be moving up here as quickly as I did. And that is called Booking Private Sessions with Mal. Pretty much explains everything that you need to know about booking a private session with me, a reading, spiritual counseling, or both, what we call a half and half, right? Because I have to make a new one, because I'm doing readings at the Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs on Phila Street. That's Phila. You contact them directly. I have days set aside. They tell me you book. I come in, I read you, and then I come home, unless I got other clients, which does happen. I also have an office downstairs in my new home where I have been seeing clients, but I get to know them first. I have 3 cats, and we don't bring stranger danger into the house, as a rule, because we're cats, we're felines here at the Lions Estate, whatever you want to call it, on our beautiful half acre of property that is gardening, and a lot of cool stuff is being done. But the majority of the work that I do is on a Zoom call. So when a client books me right before the session, I send them a Zoom link. They click that link. They come onto my Zoom platform. We record the whole thing so nobody has to memorize or take notes. It's a conversation. We see each other. We can ask questions, getting more of the detail that is really hard to get in a timeless YouTube general read. And the most important thing, and then they tell me, I send them a link. They download it to their devices. They tell me they downloaded it, and then I delete it from the cloud, because confidentiality is really key. I took vows of confidentiality. That's part of what's in these cords that I wear all the time, not just on camera, but off as well, right? Because integrity is great, big, huge, important for me. Why? Because I don't want to have to keep reincarnating here, unless it's permanently peaceful, people-populated paradise, planet Earth, and I'll come back and see what they're doing with chocolate, if anything new has happened. But the most important thing I say in that video, and it is the hill I will die on, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of money. Nope, where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there is a way, even if we have the conversation and it turns out that they will pay it forward to someone else down the line. As long as we're in agreement, it's good. So I'm keeping the video up even when I make the new one, because That one makes my mom laugh, and that's good enough for me to keep it up in perpetuity. Is that the right word? Is that forward or backwards? I don't remember. So click the link, check it out, and if you want, come book me for a private session, because I'm wicked good at what I do. I started reading tarot when I'm 12, I'm 55, and yeah, I know I don't look at things. And honestly, Leos, with positive reading, yeah, sure, there is a price to pay, and that is shadow work, that is spiritual transformation, but it's positive transformation. So we've got this, right? With all this wealth and creativity that's on the table here, right? With a new love. Maybe that is somebody coming into our life. This didn't scream romantic, but it doesn't mean that it's not, particularly if you have been neglected in romantic relationships, which I absolutely have. I usually give out more than I get back on that, but no, Nanette, that's over with, right? So I am going to absolutely apply this ASAP in my life, and I got the jewelry already ready. So thank you so much for watching, my beloved Leonines, my Lyrian, starseeds, whatever you may call yourself. Yeah, I know our planet exploded, but what you gonna do? Reincarnate elsewhere or whatever. So thank you for watching, wishing us all the very best and the very, very blessed with this lovely, lovely spell kit reading. Hang in there. We got this, and remember, I love you. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.